go. Let me put my earphones in, Duck. There we go. Yo.
Hi.
What's going on? Hang on, let me get into character. I feel like I'm Matthew Street when I put the sunglasses on, you know? Or like with a bit of Jeffrey Giuliano thrown in there as well. The classics. I could have put the Mccartney hat on, but you've actually got a Mccartney 3.
I know, because I was thinking, oh, he's gonna be wearing the Mccartney 3 hat. I gotta get a Mccartney 3 shirt on.
Fuck, your voice is so deep. How old are you?
15.
15. That's so cool. I remember I was about 17. I was like, oh, one day. It was very intense. So I'm glad we're finally doing something, dude.
It's been 6 months.
Honestly, compared to like my off the ground episode, which has been in production
like
over a year.
I think I've commented on your videos like 20 times. Off the ground episode when?
Yeah, I mean, Tug of War took over a year because like my dad died, so I had an excuse. Pipes of Peace had no excuse.
I've been watching since like 2017. I've been listening to the show.
No, you are one of my 8 listeners, and I'm very happy about it.
It's like the second or third Beatles podcast I listened to.
What was the first?
Probably the Fab Four Free For All, and then of course Take It Away, which is, I mean, your show's amazing, but I mean, Take It Away is just a great show.
I can't even listen to it anymore, though, man. I can't.
It's so sad after Ryan passed.
Yeah, it was just such a random occurrence. It was fucking horrible. That was, you know. I mean, but Fab Four Free For All, though, I literally remember listening to them back when I lived in Coventry, the place where Lennon put that acorn in the Cathedral for Peace with Yoko, and that was a decade ago, and they're still going. But they don't have the
well, they were even going farther back there with Ken Michaels as the Fab Forum.
Yeah, man. But Ken's the GOAT. Ken's always has
been. Ken Michaels is Ken Michaels.
And he refuses to accept any fame. Like, he's just like, no, you know, Sam, I'm just Ken, you know.
So have you heard any of the Off the Ground B-sides yet?
Oh yeah. I'm fully up to date. Well, no, actually, I don't know them all, but I've definitely heard them all at least once.
Yeah, you've heard Long Leather Coat, right? That's an amazing song.
Yeah, it's all right.
I feel like that could have been on the album. Like, I'm a bigger Paul fan than I am a Ringo fan.
See, I know I always like to challenge conventions on the pod, you know. Oh, Pipes of Peace is the shit one no one likes, press to play. I'm probably going to come out quite early and say I actually preferred the songs that are on Off the Ground than the B-sides, and I think I might be the only person in history.
It's a better album, but a couple of the tracks, like, you could switch off. I mean, The Lovers That Never Were is inferior to the 91 version. No. Those overdubs.
Oh, no, I love the harmonies in that. Paul really goes for it.
They did. There's one with harmonies. There's Jeff Emmerich mix.
Oh,
okay. It's got the harmonies, the claps, but it's that same time as the 87 one.
Are you a Mistress and Maid fan?
Love Mistress and Maid.
It might be low-key my favorite song on the fucking album. I love it.
I love that's a hint. I love Elvis Costello, Paul McCartney collaborations. That's a hint to one of my items.
Oh, interesting. This will all be on the Patreon. I'll probably forget to edit it out anyway.
Yeah.
You know, content's content, you know. I hope this image of Paul and Ringo is sufficient as well. No, honestly, I don't think I've ever done an episode of Macca in Your Attic where I've remembered to get the background image sorted out ahead of time. It's always like, you know, it would have been at 10:55 here, just me going. Whoa.
Thing is, Ringo's got an album cover that looks just like that called Why Not, and it's around the same time, so it's like he did the album cover with himself and they did one with Paul.
Well, I'm not going to spoil one of my questions about Ringo's latest release. But,
great for let's change the world. Wait, I'm gonna grab it. I own it.
Oh, here we go, folks. I mean, I don't want to upset this kid. There it is.
The two people bought it.
What's your surname, by the way? Or do you not want your surname out there?
Hammer. Yeah, you can use
Yeah.
you can use my surname. Yeah.
Yeah. Hammer. Oh my God. Maxwell Silver. That's sick. Love it. Oh, no.
Yeah. So I've got 5 major things. Then I've got a couple little small things too.
Keep that copy of Change the World to hand. I'll be bringing it up shortly. Change the world. Change the world.
You put a music video out for Change the World today. It's very cringe.
Is that the one with all the little kids and stuff?
It's all the little kids. They're dancing. They're doing little moves.
It's not exactly the Find My Way music video with Beck, is it? Where there's a budget, you know?
Yeah.
Because like he hasn't got Capitol Records or a lot of faith in him, I guess, from whatever. I mean, who's he signed with now? Is it?
He's with Universal. He's with UME. So
Okay.
that's the same thing the Beatles are under. He's been under Universal for like 10 years. But he's really upcharging like $12 for 4 tracks. And this is the funniest thing. Check out the booklet. Paul McCartney, I got off the ground on CE recently, and it's this 28-page booklet, all these photos, Sam Flaying Pie, Driving Rain, all those records.
Oh no, what's it gonna be?
Ringo. Okay. It's bricks. The back cover is also bricks. And then, okay, check this out. Lyrics.
That's it.
Paul McCartney's like, oh, throw in these wonderful photos and stuff. Ringo's just like, give you some bricks.
Look, I'm sorry, I'm not married to one of the world's most iconic photographers, you know.
I know when I
photographers.
When I showed my parents the album cover, they thought Barbara was doing the covers. Barbara was photoshopping him.
He doesn't even look good on the cover. Like everyone always says how good.
It's an iPhone photo. Like some of his early albums are great covers. Even like 2000 stuff.
I mean, nothing's gonna be. What's it called?
Ringo?
The one where he's coming out of the day the Earth stood still ship.
Good Night Vienna.
Good Night Vienna. Great song as well. One of my favorite Ringo songs, By a Country Mile.
I mean,
it was written by someone else, a Beatle.
If you want to hear a good Ringo, you got to hear the album Vertical Man. That is his comeback record.
I'm never going to listen to Walls and Bridges. I'm never going to listen to that. It's just...
Oh man, is this a Macca in Your Ag tradition is actually mentioning the Ringo's Rotogravure box set coming out in a couple of years to compete with the 33 and a third set.
Is that?
I'd buy it.
Is that a joke?
With the big magnifying glass.
I can't believe I'm repeating myself already. I'm not even.
I like that it's not that good. It's some of the songs are like. There's a song on there called Spooky Weird. There's a song on there called Spooky Weirdness, which is just like
at the
something
end.
hitting the floor.
Yeah, it's literally him going, "I'm gonna do a cool album closer," and it's like, not really.
I think they were just hanging out in the studio. Tape was rolling and it dropped. And they were like, "Oh, spooky."
No, I like "Hey Baby" on that album. I think that's fun.
Yeah, if you can even hear Ringo.
Yeah.
I have a rough mix of that because I'm a big bootleg guy. I have a rough mix of that.
Is it better?
Man, it's the same thing, but you hear the count in.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
And it fades out, and there's some little piano. That's it.
I don't mind Pure Gold either. I thought that was quite fun.
Throwaway. I want to hear Paul's demo with this type of stuff. I want to hear his demo at 6 o'clock. We've heard Angel in Disguise.
But it has to be like the Wings at the Speed of Sound demos. He goes, all right, I'm just going to do this quick thing. And like he's doing the vocals. Like that's Magic Paul for me. Or like, in Happy With You when he just goes.
Wings at the Speed of Sound, archive collection. That's a big set, a lot of bonus material there. 25 minutes.
So why isn't all of Holidays included on that? It's like, come on.
Like on your Cold Cuts episode for 76, there's all these other things.
Yeah.
You have Reverse. Why don't you put Reverse on that set? You have 4 demos and then 1 30-second thing and a couple extra versions.
What is it? Happy Birthday, Joe, or something. Like,
Message to Joe. It's just Paul McCartney. It's just him speaking through like an intercom to Joe, and it's like, whoop, whoop. It's got a little effect on it, like what he has in like Wino Junko or whatever.
It's not the best. It's not exactly the
It's not
Ram
the
box set,
best.
is it? Yeah.
It's spooky weirdness level.
I mean, I know that it was added later with overdubs, probably for the Hot Hits Cold Cut sessions in like 77 or 78. But the fact that the Sunshine Sometime with lyrics isn't on the Ram box set, I found that borderline offensive. It's like, it's clearly the superior version.
You know, on the Red Rose Speedway archive, why doesn't the Night Out have like the I don't like my job, but I need the pay?
Yeah.
Where's that? Where's that
is
reverb?
That's also Hot Hits overdubs. But
yeah, those 86 overdubs.
Do you want to jump and shout? Because I don't walk in on a big night out.
Night out.
Night out. Night out. Oh, it's so much better than that Red Rose Speedway version that they put out.
And even like, you know, the cool thing, you know, about the A Love for You mix on the Ram archive, the John Kelly mix. Did you know that was actually done on Halloween in 86 at the mill? So it was Halloween night and he was mixing A Love for You at the out in rural Scotland.
Spooky weirdness. Spooky weirdness.
That is some spooky weirdness. Well, it's a good mix and he didn't get taunted.
Linda, there's a guy outside in a white mask and a knife. Ooh. Yeah.
It's a white-coated man.
The white-coated man. Oh, why wasn't that on the Flowers in the Dirt box set? That totally could have been.
Why wasn't that on Flowers in the Dirt? Swap that out for how many people?
No, Motor of Love. Get rid of Motor of Love.
Oh, switch out Motor of Love for the Same Love.
I mean, I want Ue Soleil on there as well. That's probably my favorite song of those sessions. Yeah.
Have you heard the Tub Dub mix of Ue Le Soleil?
Is that the one that that's the other one? Isn't that the John Patoka remix?
I've only heard like 5. I've heard the original, the 7-inch, 12-inch instrumental, and the Tub Dub. Tub Dub's just like Ue Le Soleil, but at the beginning it goes Tub Dub.
I've definitely got to get you on the pod for a mixes, because I wanted to do that with Ken and he was like, I don't think I could do that. I was like,
mixes. Oh man. Mixes.
Yeah, like,
have you heard the off the ground, the track Hope of Deliverance? There's a mix of that that's just like little sticks. It's like stick drums and vocals only. Ooh, it's like a campfire mix almost.
Is that on like the 12-inch B side or
I think that's just a raw mix when they were mixing the video.
Oh, okay. That's
yeah.
Video mixes are one of my favorite weird little
the Only Love Remains video mix where it switches up the whole track.
Yeah, and it's way better than the album version.
Some of Paul McCartney's decisions we can't get, like Back on My Feet. That is such a great song. It's buried on a B-side and never released in the States.
Like, I know that it's got a quite generic opening, you know, bum 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 ba-da-bum. But once he goes, I don't need love, your intention is sweet. Like, it's proper heavy, man.
And then when it comes out to the fade, you know, Linda comes in with a little vocal burst. That's really Elvis Costello coming in with those bursts. And he's like, I'll be back again. It's like such a great track.
Man. This is primo Macca content already. I'm really having fun here. Right. Oh, actually, no. Before we start, Pretty Little Head, that's got so many good mixes as well.
Wait, I have another Macca in Your Attic tradition here.
Oh wow.
Weird Al cassettes.
Yes. Oh my god.
This is a great record. I had a whole collection. I sold most of them, but I kept these 2.
It's got the worst polka on it though. It's got hands down the worst polka, because for me, a Weird Al polka.
Oh wait, I got an email. I'm getting a free copy of the Get Back book.
So am I. Oh man, no. Hudson got the email first, and they said, Hudson Rani, we love your Macca in the Attic series. And then he had to send them an email saying, no, I was just a guest on that. And then they forward it back to me. Hopefully I'll get an email tomorrow. I've sent them.
You know, Hudson's got this copy of Vertical Man that has a factory reset, and it's like I've been like bargaining with him, like, how can $500 for the one with the factory mess up, please?
That's insane.
The album's worth $5, and I'm like,
oh, you weren't there, my lad. I was there just before the vinyl revolution everything was so cheap. Everything was so fucking cheap. And now even a Beatles single's like $5-6, and it's like, oh come on, just give it to me for
Actually
two.
forgot to grab up. I have a copy of the original, the single that broke America.
Oh,
that first Beatles single. I just thought, it kind of fits with one of mine, and it's a bit of a curio. The single that's Saw Her Standing There, Hold Your Hand single.
Right, come on, professional
right,
time
first
now.
item.
And go, oh no, we're gonna start the episode proper now.
Well, that is some proper Patreon material.
I mean, this will probably all be on the video anyway. I mean, like I say, why would I deny the rest of the audience this,
Yeah.
Hello, and welcome to Macca in Your Attic, a Paul or Nothing spin-off show where the guest always shows me their junk. Together, we're going to go through their attic and sift through the tit and the tat to find the primo Mccartney memorabilia. We're going to see 5 or maybe even a few more unique, fun, strange, sentimental, maybe even valuable items from their own Paul McCartney, Beatle, or possibly Ringo collections, each with their own story. Hopefully. As always, be sure to check out the Patreon page for access to loads of episodes that are still in the can, and hit me up at paulmccartneypod@gmail.com or on Twitter at McCartneypod if you ever want to say hi. Today, everyone, I am joined by someone who I've been meaning to collaborate with for a while, over 6 months now. But as Lennon didn't say, life is what happens while you're waiting for other podcasts to happen. But anyway, I really shouldn't be quoting John. I should have said something like, I've been working 8 days a week, as I have the pleasure of speaking with the host of the Ringorama podcast, aka the only person ever brave enough to tackle Ringo's entire discography in podcast form. Like a couple of my earlier guests, he is annoyingly far younger than myself, so I am genuinely excited to see what treats he's brought for us today. Everyone, please welcome not Maxwell Silver, but Mr. Lukas Hammer. Lukas, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me on. It's been a long time. I remember when I put my sentimental journey out, I got a message on my Instagram. I'm in. That was almost 7 months ago now.
Man, I'm a Lannister. I always
pay
my
better
debts.
Late than never. Better late than never.
Like my Off the Ground episode, I'm sure you're aware.
Mm-hmm.
But genuinely, I have been enjoying your show, mostly for the bravery in tackling it, because there's a whole bunch of gray-haired 50-plus-year-old podcasters out there who haven't even dared to do a Ringo podcast. So
I'm still stuck on Bad Boy though. I haven't even been able to get that going. I'm like calling so many people like, hey, you want to do my show? Like,
no,
nobody wants to do a video on Bad Boy.
I mean, I'm not going to say I can blame them, and that does bring me into my first question here. What made you decide that you wanted to be the one that took up this mantle? How were you turned into Batman? Were you attacked by some Ringo-shaped looking bats in a well or something? What created Ringorama?
Well, I was in a deep Ringo phase around 8 months ago. I listened to all of his recorded output, and I really was like, there's nothing here. Like, I'm going through podcast lists, like, oh, there's an episode about Vertical Man. And then 5 years later, a Good Night Vienna episode. Like, where's all the Ringo albums? So I thought I'd start a podcast, and then I can I can get cool people on. Like, I've been able to get some really cool people on. Well, some, I've done some collab shows with Hudson.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no, you and Hudson and Ethan, you have been born into a world where the ease of access to a lot of these podcasts and podcasters does make me a little bit green and jealous. I wish I could have had Ken Michaels and Tom Hunyadi on my show within the first 2 years, and the green-eyed monster is definitely on my back here. Yeah. But
everybody wants to have been able to see like the Playhouse Theater shows in '89 or something. I've gone on the Unplugged tour. They could have wanted to get a ticket for the 1999 Cavern show or something. They could have wanted to be able to see him back when they were the Quarrymen.
No, but in all seriousness, though, I'm so proud of the younger generation that's sprung up underneath me. Yeah. I feel like I'm now in the middle group. I'm only a year away from 30 now, for God's sake. But obviously, you were familiar with his entire back catalogue this whole year, and that's something that been too afraid to do, really. But what's been your favorite Ringo release? Is it Ringo? Is it the big album that everyone always cites?
Ringo is a great record. Can't put it, but it gets overplayed. And some of the tracks, like Year 16, the release version isn't as good as like a rough mix.
Mhm.
There's a rough mix where the drums are up and the harmony vocals are really high.
Mhm.
That's a really good mix. Should send that to you sometime.
I've
But
got a lot of homework today.
there's Time Takes Time, which is amazing. I could say it's better than Ringo. It's a really good record. And that's great, but you get sick of that a lot. It's pretty soft. But really, in my opinion, his best record's Vertical Man. Because that's where Mark Hudson comes in. A lot of that production gets better. You have a lot of guest stars. Paul's on it. George is on it.
Mhm.
And some of the songs are just beautiful.
Now, I always hear this name, Mark Hudson. Is he his producer for like 5-6 albums, something like that?
Well, until he got booted off, Mark Hudson, he was this guy. He worked with Harry Nilsson. I'm sure you've heard that name before.
Yeah.
He worked on his last recordings. And, he was in the Hudson Brothers, and he's done a lot of stuff. He wrote like Living on the Edge. And he's actually
for Aerosmith?
Yeah, for Aerosmith.
Oh, okay.
He was also the
into
producer of
context for me.
Hanson.
So
He's been around. His old website says he's the Forrest Gump of music. He's there's a couple cringe things about him though. There's his old website where you could buy autographs for $5. It was never even set up for card. So you can't even buy anything. So you get to the checkout, you click pay, you put in your information. This is not set up for card yet.
That's very retro. That's even before
Yeah, but he
my
produced
time.
like 5 or 6 Ringo records, and they're all pretty good. Probably some of the highlights of his career. And he created this really tight band for Ringo, the Roundheads. I've actually had the pleasure of being able to talk to a couple Roundheads and some non-Roundheads, but it was a really tight band, a lot of good harmonies.
Are these Roundheads anything to do with the All-Star Band, or are they a separate entity?
The All-Star Band, that's Ringo, that's his group of people. But the Roundheads were a studio group who worked with Ringo for a few years. And some of the Roundheads have continued to work with him, like Gary Burr, Steve Dudas. But some of them, like Mark Hudson, they fell off after Liverpool 8 and Mark Hudson and Ringo's big like fracas.
Oh, come on. You can't leave me hanging here. What happened there? What happened between these two?
So Mark Hudson goes, this is paraphrased from many sources. So Mark Hudson goes and does this like The Voice X Factor type thing for the UK called One Making of a Music Star. And he was going to be an all-star for the 2006 tour. I think he had to get Rush replaced with Hamish Stewart, another, someone who's cast away from Paul's camp. Sorry to go off topic here, but they were going to reunite Paul and Hamish because Ringo had his 80th birthday on a concert. There was going to be a concert around the time of his 80th birthday, and everybody was thinking Paul's going to come and Hamish is in the band. So they were going to reunite on stage. But COVID couldn't let the Paul Hamish reunion happen. Maybe they would have played the first Stone.
Man, it's fucked up the Let It
Yeah.
Be.
So
it's fucked
Mark,
up Glastonbury. Oh my God.
Yeah. So Mark bails on Ringo's tour to the show, and Ringo got so angry at him that he fired at Mark. And that's private information. I've only heard it from a he said, she said from one of the Roundheads, but it's very,
my God.
It was very sad for Mark. And, Ringo went and did this crappy album with Dave Stewart. He produced over the Mark Hudson stuff. So he made it all digitally, went over it and messed it up.
But Ringo's no stranger to having his tracks or vocals removed from something. It's not when
all
we was
those years
Fab.
ago.
All those years ago, yeah.
When it was Fab, I actually was just learning that on piano the other day.
Oh,
it's just such.
Yeah.
It's just some D notes and an F and a C. It's really fun.
No, is there? I mean, I know now for a fact that you're a guy who knows his mixes and alternative cuts of songs. Is there a version of All Those Years Ago with the Ringo overdubs, or are they lost to the
I don't have
time?
a version with. I have. Don't tell anybody. I have the backing track for All Those Years Ago of Ringo, but his vocals were scrubbed. and replaced with Paul and Linda and Denny. But the backing track on the actual recording, that's Ringo's backing track.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Okay.
George changed the lyrics and all that. And I had Paul, Linda, Denny, that stuff.
It must be so awful to know that you were cut away from a song, but Denny Lane's still on it. I mean, oh my God. Well, come on, Paul. I was in a band with you for so many years. Well, I was in a band with Denny for so many years. So
Yeah, well, it was, there was this, it wasn't that good for the album Stop and Smell the Roses. And, John died and they redid it as like a John tribute and scrub Ringo off and get Denny, Paul, Linda on. Wings, basically Wings.
Mm-hmm. I'm definitely more of a When We Was Fab kind of guy, though. That song is just good.
When We Was Fab. That is a good track. It actually started life as like this wacky thing where it was just like all these sounds, some fab in Australia in 1986. And then they kept building it up until it became this big orchestral thing.
Man, you know what? I know I haven't explored Ringo's back catalogue, but George's one, that's certainly something I do need to do for my homework. Also, before we begin, let me hit you with a two-parter. What do you think of Ringo's decision to release EPs now instead of albums? And what's your take on change the world, but no more autographs?
Peace and love. I should have had my Ringo glass. I got Circular Ringo glasses. Change the world. Peace and love.
Peace and love. Peace and love.
Yeah. So the EP decision, I think it's a misguided decision because the 10 songs gives him space to work. And, you could have a Van Dyke Parks track or a this and a that. Now with the 4 tracks, he's got to have his peace track. He's got to have his reggae. He's got to rock. He's got to have maybe a country or something going in by every song. Then it's over. And then you don't run out of space to have like a really interesting track, like a samba or something, or an anthem or something interesting.
Can you remind me how much you're paying per song on this latest release now?
So Mccartney free. I don't have it around, but you were paying, it's about $10 on Amazon right now, maybe 11. So you're paying $1 a song. Now this
good songs, no covers either.
Yeah, but a cover rocks sometimes. Sometimes you need a cover. This you're paying $12. You do get a nice sticker though. I think Paul gives you a sticker too. And you're getting 4 tracks. That's cover. About $3 a song. And you're getting a great amount of booklet though.
Bricks. And
then some obligatory liner notes. He used to not even include the liner notes, only like the track credits.
But if we don't get the liner notes, what am I supposed to read on the bus home back from the record store? You know what I mean?
Yeah, one of the items has one of the Ringo related things has a really funny thing about liner notes. So stay tuned for that.
Now, I'm guessing you do not own a property, therefore you do not own an attic. Were any of these items actually from an attic today, or are they just in your room?
They were from the other room over there. Just grab them all down, except for the big item. I had to get that down from somewhere. This is my final item. I haven't been able to get a frame for it yet, but I had to get it out.
So how does someone under the age of 40 get into the Beatles these days? What was your first exposure to?
2009 stereo remasters. My mom got the box.
The box,
I wore out
all of them. She got the whole thing.
I lost every single one. The big set and the anthology CDs. And I learned about Let It Be Naked and Love and all those 2000 CDs.
And they're all gone.
Yeah, but the memories are there and
No, I remember at university.
I've searched. You tell me I have searched. I'm gonna end up having to buy one of those boxes.
I remember at university, I lent someone my entire Tom Waits CD collection. Never saw it
I was
again.
free when the remasters came out, so they're vivid memories. And the US records. I remember one time I found out the US records were different. I'm like, what is this Beatles 65?
Why doesn't
this is something new?
Yeah. Why doesn't Drive My Car start Rubber Soul? What's going on?
I didn't have Rubber Soul. I never had Rubber Soul. But I was like, oh, where's Dr. Robert on Revolver? What's this Yesterday and Today?
I've always shat on the American releases.
Don't have a Butcher though.
Now,
If you think that was going to be a butcher, actually, my grandpa has a butcher though.
okay, so you're not the
He
only
was a-
Beatle fan in the family then.
Yeah, he was a huge Beatles guy. Yeah, he bought a lot of my early records.
Excellent.
Yeah. So,
But
well, he is. Yeah. So,
what got you into collecting though? Because I'm guessing you've got quite the collection. What
so
started you off?
I don't have quite the collection. I've only been collecting really seriously for about 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
But I've had all these vinyls around forever and stuff. Vinyls, records. I've had them all around forever. But what really got me into collecting was, this is stupid enough, but the music's all on MP3 files now. I don't need to play the CDs much, except for when I'm in the car and want to torture my family. It's like, oh, let's listen to Driving Rain.
At least give them Band on the Run or Flaming
Oh
Pie
no,
or something.
sometimes it's like, oh, memory almost
Almost
full. You want
full.
to hear the demos on the Flaming Pie archive collection?
Oh no, that's not torture. Like showing someone Squid or I Love This House, you're giving them
Squid. I remember when that song came out on digital. That song came out on digital like a year ago, and I just was driving down to like Cincinnati and just saw the skyline. Squid. That really made a memory of a song for me. But the thing is, the Ubu Jubus are not segmented track wise. They're all one big blob. So to get to Squid, I have to go like a minute in. I have to fast forward.
Yeah.
I don't like that, but it's nice to get a bit of Ubu Jubu.
This is Ubu Jubu, and you listen to widescreen radio.
Well, yeah, just getting onto it. I like the booklets, the packaging. I like actually owning, like, I have this CD. I like having the CD and all that.
Mm-hmm. No, I totally get that. And a lot of people, a lot of my friends are like, why'd you buy all this stuff? And part of me thinks, well, if there's a nuclear apocalypse, I'll have the physical vinyl and I can play them. If I create some sort,
and then, when there's something that has something that's not on digital, it's not even on YouTube. It's like, those are the really expensive things sometimes. And it's like, oh my gosh, I have this Paul McCartney Clean Machine remix or whatever.
It is mad how expensive the CD stuff is now, because CD's totally been invalidated by MP3. And in terms of collectors, everyone has moved back to vinyl with the recent vinyl revolution in the last 10 years. However, if you want off the ground the complete works, you've got to buy a German CD for
$200. I'm waiting for the archive collection. I want that collection too. I've been dying for it. That's one of the ones where I'll buy that big box. I didn't want to buy the big box for much, but that one, even where it's really cheap or it's I really, really love. I wasn't able to get it for Flaming Pie because $300. I got the 2 CD and the free LP for that.
No, with Flaming Pie, there was just that sense of, for anyone who doesn't listen to Paul or nothing, it's a chronological podcast. So I had no...
You haven't heard it yet, quote unquote.
Yeah, I haven't heard it yet.
I'm waiting for you to get the Chaos, though. That is his best album.
I am listening to Chaos secretly on the sly, just because Fine Line is one of my favorite songs.
Riding to Vanity Fair, that is one of the most... That is a peak inside of his mind. Yeah, even the B-sides, I forget what it's called, Summer of '59, those nice little B-sides.
Oh, I mean, how kind
actually
of
when I was just little and would look through the track listings for all these albums, I thought, oh yeah, now I'm called Driving Rain. Then he had a song called Too Much Rain. I was like, oh, it was a reference.
Or just Rain as well,
Yeah.
Is there any element in collecting that you have no interest in whatsoever?
Don't like vinyl.
Really?
I don't buy vinyl. I barely buy cassettes. I'm a CD guy.
You're a CD guy. That's very... Oh my God.
They're cheap now. They'll be expensive when people realize the mistakes they're making.
I mean,
it's like off the ground vinyl, $100. Off the ground CD, $4.59.
That's so true. I think I've got Chaos and Creation for like £2 on eBay or something.
Oh, I have my Chaos is actually the reissue. But I don't like about his reissues is they staple in the booklet.
Oh, so you can't take the booklet out?
You can't take the booklet out. It's stapled in. And and it's like glued in partly. So it's like it's like weird and it's like breaky.
That's infuriating.
He's been doing that since the archive started.
So, how are you getting most of these CDs? Do you have a little vinyl or
Amazon,
record? Oh, okay.
eBay.
Amazon, eBay, child of the internet. Have you ever had any CD that slipped through your grasp that you never could get? Is there anything, do you have a white whale, something that you're looking for that you haven't found yet?
Something that I was never able to get. Let me think. Actually, I got a white whale this week, so that's one off the list. Let me think. Gosh, that's a hard one. I've really been able to obtain most things besides like there's bucket list stuff. Like I want to get the Paula's Live reissue on CD. That's $10 on Amazon. I click the button. It's just I want to get other things first. But really to think about, I want this is a Ringo thing, but I want the copy of Vertical Man with the Steven Tyler version. The original promo, the one out to radio stations. I want that. But that's like $40 and Discogs only. I don't buy on Discogs.
I don't even know how you buy on Discogs. That website is a bewildering mess.
Actually, I got from Pete Nash. He's British Beatles fan club guy. He actually sent me like that was gonna be a Macca in your attic item. Wait, bonus item.
Oh no. Oh, we better start cracking on with the format here, folks. I realize we're talking for like 40 minutes now. What do we got?
Well, I guess when we get to the first item, you'll know what's coming up. But he actually mailed me a Ringo bootleg.
Ringo bootleg. What an oxymoron that is. That's really funny.
Yeah. Well, I guess when do you want to start I guess what I gotta think what got out of my grasp. I guess I don't really know. I don't really get much.
No, that's good. It's good that you are content and that you're getting everything that you want. I don't.
Well, I guess if I could have a copy of Memory on vinyl, if the world was right.
Off the ground on vinyl for me is going to cost so much fucking money. I may as well just wait till the archive version comes out. It'll cost that much. But I mean, at least for you though, everything's cheap. Everything is attainable. You go on eBay, you type in anything to do with the Beatles CD, except actual Beatles CDs, and you can pick them up for next to nothing. But yeah, I think it is time to start the official proceedings of Poor or Nothing here. I'm going to swap hats. I'm going to put on the classic McCartney hat now. Let's get into classic Macca in your attic mode. Let's have a look at your first official item.
Okay, so my first official item, this is going to be hard. I have to actually make sure no addresses are shown. Because this is a letter to me from Peter Nash, president of the UK Beatles fan club.
Oh, wow.
Yep, it's a Ringo bootleg that he sent to me. It's my name on there. Royal Mail, no Paul McCartney stamp, but it was a Ringo bootleg somewhere in here. I don't want to get this thing out. I don't want to obscure any addresses. But that's it. It's being covered by a empty copy of Anthology 1.
I was wondering which anthology that was actually.
That's just a little thing. It was not supposed to be one of my items, but I remembered that I've been watching since the first episode. I'm like, what's my item gonna be?
I'm thinking about when I guest on this show, and who am I going to have to host it for me? But I actually don't have all that much, especially stuff that I haven't shown anyone either.
You could have Ken Michaels host it.
Yeah, actually, he would be appropriate because he doesn't really have anything himself.
Here's the thing he emailed me, the Ringo bootleg.
Oh wow, that is a bootleg. Look at that.
Oh, it's burned from his personal collection.
And what's on there?
An EPK for an album he did in the 90s. A press only EPK with a video with rare, never before seen video of George Harrison.
Wow. Ooh. Is it an interview with George? Is it George with Ringo? Or?
So it's the video for Time Takes Time, and George isn't on that album, but there's a little bit of video of him just sitting around with just hanging out, and that's on there. That's a rare video. And there's an unreleased version of a song on there, which I was looking for. There's a little brushes only run through of a song on Time Takes Time. It's interesting.
How much of this stuff is freely available on YouTube?
None. I had to get this I had to get this from just some back roads. That's how I got my Vertical Man EPK, but that was sent for me from a friend in Australia.
That's really funny.
I've got Beatles remastering friends all around the world. I've got one in Brazil.
Back in
some
Brazil,
in the UK.
excellent. Oh.
He's back. He was back in Brazil. Yeah.
No, it's like whenever you want to listen to Revolution Take 20 on YouTube, every time you type it in, you're like, "Oh, have they taken it down yet? Is someone going to have to re-upload it?" And then eventually, once a year, the video's taken down because apparently they don't want us listening to the best version of Revolution. Yeah, I said it, folks. I'm going to die on that hill. But yeah, come on, next item. Come on, let's keep this going.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying to respond. I've got 7 emails about the Get Back book. All these people are like, Get Back book. And I'm like, okay, this is a big item. So
let's do this.
This is all my rare Ringo CDs.
Rare
so I didn't
Ringo
have
CDs.
much space in my other items. So this is Ringo's Rotogravure on CD.
So are these rare just because they don't get many prints and
Ringo was never printed on CD that much. So this Rotogravure booklet's great because what does the booklet start with? You think it starts with the first song after the art? You think it starts with the first song, the lyric sheet? What does it start with? You put you smack dab in the middle of the 4th song.
4th song?
Yep. It just starts with the random lyric of the 4th song, and then it goes through to the 10th song. And then after we turn the page, the first song. Then not much care was put into this Rotogravure CD.
So there's not even like a gimmick whereby you need a magnifying glass to like look at the lyrics.
Oh, you need a magnifying glass to see it. It's very small print.
Come on, what are the?
Here's a Netherlands copy of the anthology. His live anthology contains some unreleased stuff. Wow. It's from the Netherlands though.
No,
and
it's so messed up that like other countries seem to get better releases than the countries that they're mainly promoting.
Well, it came with it was just cool because it was a digipack version and not like a jewel case. And it's worth $115, but I got it for $5. From the Netherlands. It took 3 months to come from the Netherlands.
That answers one of my other questions. I always love a good bargain, whether it's vinyl, a poster, or
so this is Ringo Starr Vertical Man bonus music. It's a rare Best Buy EP. About less than 10,000 of these were made. And it's just got some unreleased songs on it that are really hard to find.
That's even rarer than the 12-inch pressing of Temporary Secretary and Secret Friend, because that had 10,000 pressings. That has less than 10,000. Oh
yeah.
My God.
This is probably I'm going to save this for the last of my rare Ringo stuff. This is just one item. Stop and Smell the Roses on CD. This is some rare stuff. This is worth $300. I got it for 20.
$300.
I'm dealing on eBay. Yeah, there's been listings for $500 for this because it's a rare album that wasn't pressed on CD and they included so many bonus tracks. It was a really good release. There's like a 30-page booklet on this.
Much better.
All these rare photos of Paul. Yeah, it's better than Change the World, which is like, hey guys, bricks. And this is probably the most interesting rare Ringo thing I have. So Westwood Run Radio, the people who did Ubu Jubu and the Lost Lennon tapes. This is their official copy of La Di Da, the Ringo Starr single. This is their copy, the radio station.
What, literally theirs?
This is Westwood One Radio's copy of La Di Da. And Ringo stopped by their studios that year around the time this was coming out. So he may have dropped this off at the studio, or he would have been in the vicinity of this copy. This is my second item.
That's insane. That is absolutely mental.
Yeah, I know.
He may have
the guy, this famous DJ called Westwood One Bob. That's who I got it from.
Yeah, that's pretty damn crazy. Also,
the seller was literally Bob, and that's a DJ in Westwood One. So I was very happy about that. So you want me to move on to my third thing?
Yeah, sure. Also loving the McCartney 3 top there as well.
This is the Paul McCartney lyrics book.
Oh, the new one?
Blackbird Singing.
Blackbird Singing. Hang on. Wait right there.
I just thought it'd be something interesting.
I literally got a copy the other day.
I thought nobody would have shown something like this on your show before. So yeah, it's white, blends in great with the
I
background.
know, right? I'm gonna have to put my hand in front of it.
Yeah, I can see it. But yeah, I just thought, it's basically the OG, the lyrics, even though I'm gonna probably get the lyrics when it comes out. Just because.
Do not get the bonus one for like £1,000. Do not waste your
I'll
money.
just get the 80. I'll just get the one that's $80 or 100. It's 100, but it's gone down. It goes up. I just have to time it on Amazon. Yeah, so it's a fun publication.
Have you read some of the stuff in the back when it starts getting dark and death related? It's a sad read.
Yes, it's
really
like some. Yeah, it gets pretty dark towards the end.
It's very
call it a
post-Linda.
day. It's only a matter of hours since lurching to left, right, hunched in half light. I dropped the day from the day night and sped across fields. This is like dead stuff.
Oh, no.
Jerk of all jerks in there too.
Honestly, I need to do an episode on it just because there's so much to unpack in there. Like a psychologist would love to read this and analyze Paul at that point in his life. It's so post-Linda.
It's post-Linda. It's that post-Linda period.
Also, I've just been rummaging in my things to find something that I own of Paul's that's slightly rare. And the only thing I could find would be my little. Again, it's white, so you can't really see it, but my little. Yeah, Mccartney 3 box. You know, it's a good episode, folks, when people are just dashing off camera constantly.
You think that's rare?
What have you got?
The original.
Excellent.
And a classic from Freeimagined. I saw your Instagram. It looked like yours came with so many things. Did you buy multiple?
No. I just got the one. But you know, when you're an influencer like me, they make sure to send it quick.
Oh yeah, I just got one. I wanted those dice. I missed out on the dice with Mccartney free. This is actually the one that came with my shirt. It's like a pastry bin. Yeah, you hold your cannolis in here.
Oh, hey.
And the CD. Oh God, the CD. The sleeve is horrible.
Oh, it's just falling out. Oh my gosh.
I got the same thing for Freeimagined. I didn't open my CD.
I'm not gonna
lie. I kept
lie.
it sealed.
I bought
impressed. A Target copy.
Okay. I'm really impressed with these Callahan publishing because it seems like almost every one of us in the podcasting community is getting a copy of the Get Back book. And it's almost like anyone who doesn't work at MPL or Capital specifically actually realizes how much of a community we are. You know what I mean? Because we're all the losers that are going to buy this stuff. You know, we are going to. Also,
the one lucky one will get the Ringo interview.
Yeah, and it'll probably be Hudson because he gets all the interviews these days.
Oh, I've one of the guys I interviewed said he'd pass on my name to Ringo. Haven't heard from Ringo yet.
No more podcasts from July 20th.
Who I interviewed, guy called Gary Burr. You know, he said at the end of the show, "I'll pass your info on to Ringo." Haven't heard from Ringo, but cross fingers. No, wait, peace and love fingers, not cross fingers.
Also, to get to my Mccartney box set, I had to get through my Halloween costume. I'm going as Wolverine this year. I'm gonna be shaving the mustache. Most of the hair's gonna go. Gonna trim the beard down there.
I was thinking of being 89 Paul because I forgot I should have gotten this. I have multiple replica 89 tour jackets. I love the 89 Paul McCartney era. I have multiple of these tour jackets from 89. Not like the tour shirts, but like the big army jackets he wore on stage.
No, you need the
I got multiple of those.
You know that yellow and black or white and black shirt he wore at the Nebworth concert?
Oh, the with the design, the vest.
Yeah, that's
I want one of those. Yeah, but I've got a couple of those army jackets with like stuff on it. It's cool.
My original idea was I was just going to wear a white shirt and suspenders and walk around with my thumbs up and see if people would guess that I'm like 2017, 2016 Paul. But like, you know, no one's going to get that I'm specifically dressed as the one-on-one tour, you know?
One-on-one tour. Oh, yeah. Actually, this is perfect segue to my next item.
Do it.
I was hoping
Do
to
it.
get something bigger from this. I couldn't find it in time, but
Oh.
this is from when I saw him.
Oh, that
Little
out there.
out there 2015, Columbus,
Excellent.
Ohio. I think it was October the 11th or the 15th. It was the 15th.
So you were like what, 12, 11?
I was 9. He played temporary secretary.
To a 9-year-old. That must have blown your mind.
Yeah, we actually went to the bathroom during my Valentine, which is a rite of passage.
I did it
It was like, it's a song for the second wife or something.
Yeah. Like the fact that I'm now aware that Paul may have noticed me in the bleachers just going out to the toilet at the moment, I felt so bad. I was like, oh,
Half the audience disappeared.
Yeah.
Wish I could have seen him in 93 when he came to my city. Because he was jamming out in 93. He had Robbie. He was doing Robbie's bit, which was like little guitar Chet Atkins.
Yeah. That's on the next live album that I'm covering, actually. I'll be looking forward to
Paul is live. Oh, you love those punch-ins. You love to hear the punch-ins.
Yeah.
It's like, Penny Lane. He just punches in that little vocal.
No, I mean, there are so many little weird vocals that he adds to songs now. I think he does some in Let It Be. He does it in Hey Jude. Yeah, there's a lot of weird little things he adds to these songs now, but that's all part of the charm.
He always goes with yes. He always throws those in.
Everybody, all the girls now. Na, 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 na.
All the people who bought Liverpool sound collage.
Yeah. It's like 2 people in the background.
Yeah.
And now all the people that illegally download my music. And then the whole crowd goes, well, arrest them, arrest that one, him.
Yo, it's gonna be, and then they all run out, and one of them's got the tape box from Give My Regards to Broad Street, the glowing blue tape box.
If the Give My Regards to Broad Street archive collection does not come in a blue glowing
case, needs to come in the box that says McCartney music and glows. It needs to glow.
And you have to chase a guy across the moors.
The guy looks, the people in Broad Street, they're like, I watched it with my friends about a month ago, and it was like, one of the guys looked like George Harrison. One of the guys looked like Denny Lane. One of the guys looked like John. And we were like, oh, it's Denny.
That's funny. I can't believe you got people to sit down and watch Give My Regards to Broad Street with you.
Yeah, I got like 5 or 6 people to watch Give My Regards to Broad Street a month ago.
Wow.
And then we sat down and watched Ogna Rats again after it.
You've got some good friends there, dude, I must say. You've got some very good friends.
So on to the next item.
Go on.
Pipes of Peace archive collection.
Ooh, one of the best, one of my favorites.
No, that's not all. This is the big one. All the mixes of Uwe Soler on here.
Oh, you've got 2 archive. I haven't even got
this has
one.
got the Elvis Costello stuff. There's a letter from Elvis, a letter from him. Handwritten lyrics to this one, Figure of 8. Oh, man.
So good.
It's so good. I love these sets.
Just having It's Not on vinyl is just.
Oh, in the book, it's not on. It's not on in this book.
Is it? That's interesting.
Yeah. Not. I'm gonna have to go to it now. It's not on or something. That's what it's called.
I'm gonna look through my copy as well.
It's a race.
And there's no contents page either.
Oh, mine's got a contents page.
Mine hasn't got a contents page.
Oh, I know. It's page 100. Not on.
No, I got mine's page 116.
Take your hand off my knee, young man, said the lady in green. It's right here. 15 years. There's video on YouTube of him actually recording It's Not On.
Yeah, with George Martin, and like,
so that means it must have been a studio recording.
And like, it's just him and an acoustic guitar for most of it as well. I'm like,
Yeah.
Well, this certainly changed. This certainly had some production going on.
McCartney 2-esque.
But like, I love how it's clearly connected to a theme he was working on with Pipes of Peace. Like, Arnie Pipe was a normal type with an average job. Like, there's a
Average person.
Yeah, there is some connection.
But after the average person's like tug of war. You know, it's Wings 1980 with the bad recordings.
Oh, man.
There's a version of No Values on those 80s recordings, on those 1980 Wings recordings, where he's like, "Ah!" He's like screaming it. It's like he's crying. He's ragging on that recording.
It's those early Take It Away Wings versions, though. They are just the worst. They're just
17 minutes of Take It Away, and then the Steve Hawley's just like.
You could just imagine like Lawrence Juber's just sat there going like, I should be with Pavarotti right now doing some classical flamenco guitar or something.
Yeah. Lawrence is great. You've had him on your show a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I need to have him back on because I feel like I missed so many opportunities to ask him salacious stories.
Yeah, I asked him about Puggins Hall and the robot.
That robot. I can't believe that's really a thing.
Oh, yeah, the robot's great. I am, in fact, holding the last item.
Go on, let's do this.
It's going to need a little bit of explanation. So when the Beatles came to the United States, VJ Records, they released Introducing the Beatles. Of course, this record, you know, it was very much counterfeited. 95% of the copies you see out there are counterfeits.
Really?
Yeah, you see a copy for $20, it's a counterfeit. You have to like do a whole bunch of grading and stuff to find an original.
Interesting.
And originals are worth anywhere from $5,000 to almost $20,000. Not 500 to almost $2,000. This is an original.
How the fuck did you get that? What the fuck?
Yeah, it's from my family collection. I don't know how long I've had this. It's probably run down in my family for like 30 years.
Do not take it out of the packaging.
Okay, I won't. I just sealed in this packaging today.
Yeah. You know what?
It was stuck in between a couple of records till I found out it was an original.
And did you go on Discogs to like find out?
So I thought it was not an original for the longest time because I saw that it had a black label. And then VJ has like a rainbow label. Yeah. But I looked that this is actually a rare third variation copy from like the last 10 days before it got shipped off, like February 64, before they had to stop selling it. So it's really rare.
It's a rare original variation. Like
it's a third variation introducing the Beatles.
My chobber gland is swelling right now. This is so up my street. This is amazing. Oh my god.
It was smashed in between a couple of records too. We never took care of it until like a couple months ago when I looked at it. Oh, this is an original.
Have you played it?
I think whoever was in my family, it was in my family before. They probably played a lot. It's not in the worst shape.
You have a record player, don't you? At least.
Yeah, of course, of course. That's how I play my Flaying Pie 2020 vinyl. My Beautiful Night 1995 demo.
Oh my god, I'm so.
I want Ubu Jubu on vinyl, Paul. Give me some colored 7 inches.
The whole thing, all like
no, just the 6 Flaying Pie versions, if you can. Just some colored 7 inches, and make it like a Run Devil Run box, and it's like Ubu Jubu widescreen radio. And then the inside would be like the collage, like the cover, all the bootleg covers. It's like Ubu Jubu, and then on the 6th side, there's like a recording of Paul doing some new Ubu Jubu. So I'm like, now he's like, this is a track called John's Boots.
Yeah. Nubu Jubu. Oh, that'd be so good.
No, and it'd be just new tracks like, this is On My Way to Work.
Yeah. And like he just pretends like he's never released them before. This is the Lavatory Lil demo.
The demo. Yeah, that's dude, I think Josh Homme got under like some fire recently, and like I bet Paul's probably regretting having him on his record.
Yeah, but I can never turn down a record with St. Vincent on it. I'm still madly in
Yeah.
love with her at the moment.
My mom actually took photos of St. Vincent like 5
Really?
years ago. Yeah, she performed at like a local festival around here.
Oh, excellent, excellent. She's got a new film out as well that I'm probably going to end up.
Yeah, she had a new record out like 6 months ago.
Yeah, Daddy's Home. That was
Yeah, that came out on 8-track. That was the funny part.
Yeah, it came on
Paul
8-track
needs to
CD.
release the McCartney free 8-track. Like, give me When Winter Comes 8-track version. Make a quad version.
I mean, Deep Feeling has already ruined the CD and vinyl track ordering. I'm definitely sure, with 8-track being the notorious.
It's like, this is Lavatory Lib Part 1. Deep Feeling would take up a whole program.
It would start off with Lavatory Lil, followed by Deep Down, followed by
Deep Down's good. Everybody hates on Deep Down. It's like the Heaven on a Sunday demo from Flaming Pie Archive Collection. It's like that, but he's doing it now.
It's just you, me, and Luca Perazzi that like that song. Literally, we're the only 3 people on earth that like it. And for me, it's still one of the
I
best.
got like McCartney Free Fatigue. I didn't really like it that much, but I mean, what's bad in Paul's career? The Deliverance dub mix.
No, I love that. See, as a guy who has spent far too much time in his youth jumping around clubs at 3 a.m., I was like, this would actually be something I'd love to hear in a club whilst necking back a few Jaeger bombs,
If Paul McCartney had control of the world right now, every movie cinema, this is just off topic, but every movie cinema will be playing videos of old-timey 1800s. Like how that sequence in Broad Street, that was so just like what he wanted.
Yeah. And I mean, he paid for it, both physically and in terms of his reputation and career. But,
he had to grow those mutton chops.
No, but I do respect that about Paul. It's like you'll get something like the Bruce McMouse show or One Hand Clapping, and like
those things never came out. Paul has a bad reputation of actually releasing things.
Yeah, I mean,
he records Tropic Island Home in 1987. He works on animation for it around Flaming Pie era. He doesn't release the thing till 2004.
Yeah, when it's certainly past its sell-by date. A very, very, very weird collection. It came out with the frog song and another animated.
It came out with the frog song on a 7-inch, and it came out on this DVD with this great cover of him with that Driving Rain haircut, sitting there with Rupert. They should do a Rupert Netflix. I think Paul would really like after he gets his High in the Clouds thing done in 2084.
Yeah, when's that coming out?
It probably is just Jeff Dunbar, though. If it's just Jeff Dunbar, I understand what he's
just madly scribbling away. It's like, he's
just scribbling. That's why the When Winter Comes took 28 years. Didn't, but it took about 6 months, which is fast for them. And Once Upon a Long Ago, that was rushed.
Yeah,
that's Jeff Dunbar rushing.
I mean, how long did Rupert the Bear take? You have the sessions, the writing.
71, Sunshine Sometime.
My gosh.
Imagine if he was like, the thing is, he must be a real Rupert fan. If he, that We All Stand Together music video, he's got his old book from when he was a kid. Mm-hmm. That's nice.
Yeah, it's definitely like, I'm not only a fan of this, but I'm rich enough to buy the rights to do it as well. Like,
we bought Buddy Holly's music catalog, and he's done some great things, like releasing 10,000 compilations.
Yeah, and all the money goes back to him, but he won't release the compilation he did with Denny Lane. It's like, come on, Paul, please just give me a new vinyl of Holidays. I'll do anything.
Make 1,000 copies. Press it on red vinyl.
Just on record store day. People would buy it.
Make sure it comes with a piece of paper that says for the free holiday, though.
Yeah, and then I just want to have a better, a fresher Giles Martin.
Do you have the Flaming Pie 2LP vinyl?
Oh, no, not at all.
From like a year ago?
Nope, didn't pick it up.
Oh, I thought you would have picked it up. It comes with a cool book, actually. It comes with like a 30-page, like, soft cover book that slips in the LP. Okay. It's just a CD booklet, but longer. I thought that was cool.
It's like there's a bit on Friends where Chandler's doing advertising. He's like, pants like shorts but longer.
Yeah.
Right. Is that everything you have to show me? Is there anything else you want to quickly? I mean, I see a nice copy
I'll
of
go.
Venus and Mars behind
So
you.
that's a copy of Venus and Mars. This is the recording sessions book. I'll grab a couple things.
The recording sessions. Folks, there actually is a PDF of the recording sessions available online that you are free to view. Allegedly. Go and check that out. Allegedly. Let's put the douchebag glasses on for the end, though. This is my Matt Street look.
Some things.
And some stuff.
This is a Beatle bootleg.
Oh, which one?
This is It's Not Too Bad, Sergeant Pepper.
Oh,
This is the Peg Boy release.
excellent.
It's like all the demos of Sergeant Pepper. I got this like when I used to go out and buy cassettes. I got that one day.
That's cool.
This is a promo copy of the Imagine book.
How is that not just one of your items? That's
It
really
was just
cool.
here. I was like, I'm not the John guy, but one of my mom's people back in the '80s worked in promo.
I'm sure Anthony Rotuno would love to have that. Oh my gosh, that's insane. That's so cool.
And this is not especially rare, but this was one of the things that eluded my grasp for a while. This guy.
Oh, is that the
All
re-release
Things
in
Must
like
Pass.
the 80s or 90s?
It's not a
one?
remix. Everybody says it's a remix. It's a remaster with a lot of differences. By a lot of differences, he put a high rise in.
Yeah, it shows his
The
growing
airplanes.
environmental concerns.
It's the world getting ruined. You have this just the power plants. Now there's a high rise apartment. Now the highways come in. It's fun. It's a really good release. This is the best All Things Must Pass master.
No, but isn't this the one where all the tracks are in the wrong order?
On the Jam?
No, I thought he put like random tracks and reinserted them throughout the album or something.
I think he just did that with the Jam. He did that. He took the Jam and he mixed it a little. He put the order like he wanted it to be. I think it's George's how he wanted it to be. Mm-hmm. All Things Must Pass.
Oh man, I've been digging into it with the recent re-release, and
I returned my remix. I didn't like it.
Really? You returned it?
I got the remix. I didn't like it. I went and sought this out, and then I returned my remix.
Wow,
I've got it on streaming.
Bold.
I had the bootleg of it that was circulating about a month before it came out.
Didn't even know that existed. That's cool.
Didn't you get it too?
No. The only
someone in this community had a copy and passed it around the Beatles podcasting community.
Oh well, I guess I'm not as popular as I thought. Then
I guess you must not have gotten it.
No, I got so many Mccartney 3 bootlegs on my computer.
You know what? I've just been wanting Capitol Records to send me some dice. That's what I wanted. Mccartney 3 Imagine was coming out. I was coming back into it. I was like, give me some dice already. I asked for a promo copy of this Change the World EP. This masterpiece that we've gotten from Ringo. This new coming of the Ringo album.
Do you think you would have given it a better review if you got a press copy?
I would have given it a better review if he had put some nice photos, like maybe a shot of him doing a little piece or something, like instead of just wasting the space. Oh, and you got to see under the CD. The CD's bricks, if you didn't notice. Behind it, Change the World. It fits with the atmosphere of this music video. It's so weird. You have all these young kids, and then you have this 80-year-old Ringo and its guitarist.
Yeah, it's it just seems weird to have young
Ringo
children in anything.
Do you think Paul is stingy with his set list? Ringo is stingy with his set list.
Is it almost unchanged then?
It's been unchanged basically, besides the revolving numbers of the All-Star Band, since the 80s. Really? He does the same 15 songs. sometimes I want him to just pull out like, play this Mr. Double It Up from this EP. Like, Mr. Double It Up's the only song by a former Beatle about dating two people at once and they both know.
Does he still do Goodnight Vienna at least?
He's never done Goodnight Vienna live.
Really? He's never done Goodnight Vienna live?
There's a rough mix of that actually of piano, me going back to my bootleg. Actually, one last thing.
All right. It's all that down to Goodnight Vienna. I knew she did.
I feel like I've been stringing you along here. What were you doing? Were you singing like a version of "Love Come Tumbling Down"?
No, I was doing Goodnight Vienna.
Goodnight Vienna.
Felt like a
This is a Ringo
in...
bootleg.
Oh, that looks like a Prince album cover.
After the Beatles anthology came straight from Japan with the it looks like it was printed on like a like one of those things where you can print a phone photo. It was very laminated print. It's bad, but I got it for one reason, because it has one track I don't have.
And that track is
a rough mix of Weight of the World.
Totally worth it. Totally.
And it's not, there's no differences. I buy it, there's no differences. The only difference is it's a very bad quality recording. It could just be a VHS copy.
Fair enough.
I've been fooled. And this is actually my own bootleg of Time Takes Time, the deluxe edition. Time Takes Time, and then I have 17 tracks of bonus audio from throughout the age.
How many copies have you sold? Have you made millions?
One.
You've sold a copy.
This is one. Sold a copy to myself. It's the only copy. It's just for fun. Don't tell Ringo's people I made a bootleg, all right? Don't tell Ringo's people the bootlegs exist.
I've got to make my own version of Hot Hits and Cold Cuts now. I've got to.
I ripped. Do you have the good Hot Hits and Cold Cuts?
So which one's the good one?
There's a mega folder you need to have.
Yeah, I've probably got them all in separate downloads. I've got one of them on vinyl, but there's two more.
You know about the Ultimate Archive Collection?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, the fake archive collections that are.
I have every single Ultimate Archive collection in very high quality audio.
Allegedly, you do. Allegedly,
you might want that if I have it. I don't actually. I love Paul and his 9-track bonus CDs and his taking the tracks and not putting them on the physical discs.
Oh, the stuff on his website. It's infuriating.
I legitimately bought this for a remastered Back on My Feet.
It's not on there.
I got it because it's not on the CD, which is not streaming.
Oh, right.
So I got it just so I could have that. And that Party, the club mix that was only on vinyl, and now it's digital. This is what Paul McCartney fans do.
No, what other crappy things can you get on his website? There's like some coloring in things you can print off.
Oh, the coloring in. You get the 2015, the Macca Madness, the Egypt Station Wildlife Red Rose Speedway bracket, where it's like, what's gonna win? Indeed I Do or My Love. It's Bop, Home Recording, or 1882.
What's that one song on there that I really love from the one-hand clapping sessions that's only available for download on the site? Oh, this sounds gonna bug me now.
My Baby.
Love My Baby. That's probably the only one that's really worth.
There are some good demos that were on his website for the Flowers in the Dirt era stuff.
I love my baby. I wanna shout. Oh, that's such a good song. Right. I'm not going to ask you for anything.
He has so many missed opportunities. What?
He does.
What'd you say?
I'm not going to ask you for any more items. I don't want you dashing off camera again.
Dashing off again.
One moment.
You want me to?
No. I think we are going to bring this to a close here, my friend.
Yes. You muddied up my office.
No, I've had so much fun here, dude. This is
I've got all these CDs, cassettes. I've got Weird Al cassettes over here. I've got an empty copy of Anthology 1. It's been a real joy. Been a
It's-
real ride.
It
Thanks.
has. It's been a very unique episode indeed. I think this is probably the most amount of times we've had someone, including myself, dashing off camera. That's been very enjoyable. But thank you for giving me some Ringo recommendations. You might have to send me them again. I've got a lot of homework to do. But
You
thank you so
gotta
much
get
for coming
Vertical Man, and there's a version of Vertical Man that has some crazy bonus tracks.
on. Oh, I'll give it a try. I'll try for you. I really will.
At least like some of the tracks you might like Puppet or something. There's a lot of busier tracks on that record. Yeah. So anyway,
No,
Paul McCartney reference.
we're definitely going to have to do something on your show where we're going to talk about the Paul and Ringo collaborations. And then after that, I think you're the number one candidate for my mixes, remixes, and alternative cuts episode of the Hot Hits and Cold
Mixes,
Cuts series I'm
remixes,
doing.
and oh man, I just feel like, have you heard the No More Lonely Nights, the mole mix? You know, they got a mole in the studio to mix it.
This kid knows it all. I'm so happy with that. That episode is really going to be good. I can't wait to do that one.
Yeah, it'll be good.
Lucas,
I'll have to listen to some Mixes a Clean Machine, some Keith Cohen Off the Grounds.
And you know, anything from Mccartney 2 that's an extended cut is just
I
automatically
mean, if
better.
you're talking mixes and remixes, watch out for Macca Reimagine, Twin Freaks. He's done so many remix projects. Tug of War remix.
Oh, Twin Freaks, man. I cannot wait.
Oh, and he would do like a Twin Freaks before his show. There's a version of it before the shows.
Yeah, with those weird dances on the stilts and stuff.
Yeah, and he'd have like before his shows, even now he has like a temporary. He's got like a little mixing, got a DJ behind there mixing up some loops on Temporary Secretary in Darkroom.
Oh yeah, no, I remember Darkroom at the O2 actually, and like I looked at my friend who's a big McCartney 2 fan, and we were like,
too bad he doesn't do Mulligan Tire. He should do Mulligan Tire and Hope of Deliverance every show. Those are regional tracks.
Hope of Deliverance is his most streamed track on Spotify. So it's mad that he doesn't.
Wow, it's his most streamed track on Spotify.
Yeah, and now
4 or 5 seconds. Oh, what about 4 or 5 seconds?
That's a Kanye West track. But
I thought Maybe I'm Amazed, Band on the Run.
No, I'm pretty sure. You know what? I'll double check this.
If it's Hope of Deliverance, that's amazing because that is a deep cut. I love that track.
You know what? I'm going on Spotify right now. Paul.
They ship my Get Back book, and it's coming tomorrow.
Oh, sorry. It's his 5th most downloaded track on
They
Spotify.
just shipped it, and it's gonna be in here 2 days before it actually comes out. I'm getting a pre-release of the Get Back. Oh man, that's crazy.
I've been doing this podcast for over 5 years now, and only now am I getting sent free shit. I'm so bitter and resentful.
Yeah, you gotta send the right emails.
I know.
Yeah, well, this has been a wild ride. Thank you very much.
No, pleasure's been all mine. Everyone, this has been another episode of Macca in Your Attic. I've had the pleasure of speaking with the host of the Ringorama podcast, Lukas Maxwell Silver Hammer. Peace and love, peace and love. No more autographs. No more autographs.
No more autographs. I'm trying to get one on eBay now.
Take care, everyone. Peace and love.
Yeah, peace and love.